are going to be making one of my favorites, kind of an obsession lately, vegan banh mi, vegan gluten-free banh mi. So lots of veggies, lots of radishes, which are totally in season right now, cucumbers, carrots, and a spicy sriracha mayo sauce. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is work on the pickle brine. So for that, we're going to use, I've already pre-prepared some stuff. We've got this coriander, pepper, black pepper, sea salt, and garlic. You can just put that into your bowl or jar, whatever you have. And then we want a little bit of white wine vinegar. You can use regular vinegar, but the white wine vinegar has sugars in it already, so you don't have to add sugar to it, which is kind of nice. Time saver. So about a cup of that. Just throw that right in there. And then 2 cups of water. Perfect. Now you can just let that sit for a little bit. For our banh mi, we're gonna do tofu since we're doing vegan. You can do pork, chicken, beef, whatever you like, but I love a good tofu banh mi. So let's first put the tofu out to press. This is my favorite, San Diego soy dairy tofu. So yummy. All right. Extra firm, super firm, actually they call it. Oops. So paper towels, I know it's a little wasteful, but I find it's the best way to get the moisture out of the tofu. You can use regular towels if you want to, but I'm just gonna use paper today. Time saver. I'll plant a tree. So just put it here between some towels. Get that out of the way. And then one again over the top. And you just want to put something firm on top of it. We are going to use a cast iron skillet. Weight that on top, and that's going to help press out some of that moisture, and let it sit for probably 15 minutes, and then we'll add a marinade. God, look at that wind. Woo. Marinade for the tofu. I've already chopped some garlic, ginger. Probably want a little more garlic than that though. We like garlic around here. Ooh, chop, chop, chop. So good. Someone is gonna smell like garlic, and her name is me. I don't mind. Watch those fingers. I'm gonna do one more. I swear. I can stop, I swear. I have been accused of over garlicking things. I don't think it's a bad thing. Never enough garlic. God, it'd be so sad if I was allergic to garlic. Some people are allergic to it. Tragic. Ginger and garlic, oh man. It's aromatherapy. Okay, now we need our liquid part. I like to use a gluten-free soy sauce. I chose the low sodium one because last time when I made this, it was way too salty. And then toasted sesame oil. So I usually do, I'm really bad, I don't measure stuff, but you know, this is probably about a 1/4 cup of toasted sesame oil. And then 3/4 cups to 1 cup of soy sauce. And again, this is like the vinegar. It's a lot of shaking. Try not to splash your pretty outfit. It's so good, I wanna eat it now. Okay, pepper, fresh pepper, if you like. I like. Now that your marinade is ready and you want to get your tofu, I'm going to pull that over. It should be sufficiently drained. Your towels will be all super wet now. So just take these steaks and put them directly into the marinade. Make sure you get them fully covered, and then just put it in the fridge, definitely, with a lid. A lid. Yeah, just let it refrigerate for a few hours until you're ready to cook them. Let them go. Both the mandolin and the spiralizer have a lot of finger accidents, so be extra careful when you are using these, and no champagne until after you mandolin and spiralize. It's my rule. Okay, so let's get started. I think we're gonna do the carrots first because they're so fun. And so you hold it on the side and you insert whatever you're spiralizing and you just twist. So fun. Look at that. It's kind of funny. It does look really cool. You can see all the carrot rings. Another carrot. Throw that up. Okay, much better. Like a straight carrot. Once your carrots are all spiralized, you want to put them in a container where you can do a quick pickle on them. Just give that a quick stir. Put the lid on, and then you can keep it in the fridge. And these will keep for a couple days, but you want to at least have them sit for an hour to get pickly. All right, so now it's time for our radish portion. You definitely want to keep the radishes pickling separate from the carrots pickling because radishes tend to impart a very unique flavor that's kind of a little bit off-putting aromatically after a day. And so I try to keep them separate. Flavor's still great, but these are Easter egg radishes. So they are petite, different colors, Easter colors. You've got, ooh, don't do that. Purple, pinkish, white, darker purple, all sorts of different colors. So we have those. We have a purple daikon, which is kind of cool. Lime radishes, which are extra spicy. Watermelon radishes, which are my favorite, and I'll show you why in a minute. They're also a little bit spicy. And I just grabbed this one because it's huge. Have you ever seen a radish this big? It's the Korean lobak, that's what it is. So big. They even come bigger than this, but I was like, let's bring this one. I don't know if we're gonna use it, but I thought I'd show it off. So this requires the mandolin. Yee! A lot of people, most chefs have a mandolin story. You don't want a mandolin story, so be careful with this thing. Always use the safety if you have one because it is there for a very good reason, which I learned the hard way. Cut that bottom off a little bit flat, and then cut this part off flat, and then you can see, whoop, look how pretty. Oh my gosh, that's why they call it watermelon. Green, pink, brilliant. So everyone's mandolin is different. This is how mine works. Pop that on extra carefully. Mandolin your radish. It's a little violent. They're my favorite. Once you stop eating them, we're not gonna have enough for the pickles. Mandolins are tricky. It sounds like it wants to hurt you. Oh, whoops. Get that away. There we go. All right, taste test. Ooh. Ooh, this one's really different. The heat comes late. It really hits you on the back of your throat, and that's the lime. Oh my gosh. The lime radish. That's got it. That's got a kick to it. We'll just do one of those. Oh man, I might need some water. Wow, that was spicy. Now that the radishes are sliced, we're ready to pickle them. So the little ones you can just throw in like this. So the big watermelons, you can slice into quarters. Originally, these were called red meat radish. We're like, people aren't wanting to buy a vegetable that has meat in the name. So I definitely would rather buy a watermelon radish than a red meat radish. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
It's like toy food. Look at going on a picnic with my watermelon. The tiniest watermelon slice in the world. Pour it right on top. And we can go hang out with our curly carrots. We can cut our cucumbers. I tend to like these little guys. Their skin is more tender, so you don't need to peel them. Just gonna cut off that little tip and then slice it into here. Taste testing is important. Yeah, those are good. Just put your cucumbers in a little dish and then you can pop those in the refrigerator. You don't need to add anything to them. They're just ready to be put on a sandwich later. So the jalapenos, again, like everything else, you want to slice them pretty thin. Be careful with your fingers because it's a little bit spicy, hot. I tried to do these on the mandolin before and it did not. Actually, that was my bad mandolin experience. I won't go into the details, but I will never again try to cut a jalapeno on the mandolin. So watch your fingers and put them in a little cute little dish. Oop, too much. And in the fridge he goes. So now we need some bubbles. Now that you've finished all of your slicing and spiralizing, relax a little, do some cleanup. I like to pour myself a glass of bubbles. I suggest you do too. Let's do that. So this is my least favorite thing to do in cooking. Of all the things, this is, I mean, I usually like all the things, but this is the thing I do not care for much. De-stemming herbs. It's just a little tedious, so take a deep breath and start pulling the leaves off. It's done. It's done. It's done. Oh! Oh! God, that only took like maybe 5-10 minutes, but still. Okay, now it's time for our condiment. We do a little sriracha mayo action. And then add to that some sriracha. I'm gonna add probably like a tablespoon or two. And then just mix it up. And there you go, sriracha mayo ready to go. Now that your tofu's all good and marinated, you can slice it into long strips and we're gonna cook it. And I usually just slice each brick maybe twice, just to make these long strips. So good, so good. You can smell it, you smell it. This is toasted sesame oil. So these are just about done. You pretty much, as you can see, just wanna like scorch the crap out of them. You want them to be pretty browned on the outside and they'll be soft on the inside, so that'll mimic the texture of actual meat in your banh mi. But this is the best gluten-free baguette that I don't bake that I found on the market against the grain. All right, now everything is done. You've got your tofu, all your veggie ingredients, your bread, slightly toasted. You're ready to put it together. So take first your sriracha mayo.